This was a scene Tuesday night in BC, according to Global News, where pro-Hamas, pro-Hezbollah protesters were shouting death to Canada and trying to burn a Canadian flag. Jesus, we should prosecute these people and to ban that group. They love Hamas and Hezbollah so badly they should go over there and fight for them. People like this make me sick. What were the police doing? Absolutely nothing. Because their hands are tied because of leftist policies in this country. This would not have happened in my grandfather's day. I don't know why the Prime Minister doesn't call out the Emergencies Act for this. The truckers never burned a Canadian flag, but they got blamed for doing a lot of other stuff. This was just outrageous, and a lot of Canadians are outraged. When are these people going to realize that most Canadians do not care or like Hamas, Hezbollah, and their PLO or anything like that? Pro-terrorist rally in Vancouver told the crowd that we are Hezbollah, we are Hamas. Again, terrorist organizations. There would be no fighting in Lebanon right now if Hezbollah didn't fire rockets into northern Israel, aiming to kill as many people indiscriminately. They don't care who they kill. Unidentified masked woman led a chant of hundreds at the Vancouver Art Gallery Monday night in chants of death to Canada, death to the United States, and death to Israel. That is hate speech. Like, what do they want Canada to do? Condemn Israel and break off ties with Israel? Why? Israel doesn't pull this kind of shit with us. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the women holding the flag were part of the LGBTQ. Queers for Palestine. Where were the police? As soon as they started laying a flag, the police should have swooped in right then and there. Or at least followed them home, got license plate numbers, and found out where they live. This protest was organized by the pro-Hamas group Samudin Palestinian Prisoner Solidarity Network, which is a terrorist organization. They funnel money to Hamas. Held on the anniversary of October 7th, celebrating the massacre of innocent people, including babies. You are such wonderful human beings. What came of this October 7th attack? A violent response from Israel. Because that was an act of war. Can you imagine if the Bloc Québécois decided they were outside Canadian law, started launching rockets at the United States, make a raid over the border into the Burlington Plattsburgh area, down the Richelieu, killed a bunch of Americans and then took other Americans hostage and scurried back to tunnels they made? What the United States response to it would be? Is it worth the price for Hamas to support Hamas after what Hamas did and then the retaliation? Is it worth it? No. Death to Canada. Well, time to arrest these people, and if they're not Canadian citizens, throw them out of the country. Send them over to Gaza. Let them fight the Israelis if that's what they want. If they are Canadian, throw them in jail, preferably with the big biker guys. Anti-Semitic, anti-Canadian rhetoric. It's getting out of hand. The trucker convoy was very pro-Canadian, and yet look what happened to them. A year later, we still have these idiots for a terrorist organization. This is the problem with the Liberal Party and the NDP and their NDP lapdogs. So the Conservative Party is demanding that Samudin be added to the terrorist list. If they took action, they would have listed them already. So burning a Canadian flag and calling for death of Canadians is fomenting hate in this country, and most of all being for an already listed terrorist organization is not enough to put them on the list. Then what the hell is going to take them to get them banned? Until they start killing somebody? Because that's what it's going to come down to. They're going to get more and more cocky and arrogant, and they're going to go after, and someone's really going to get hurt or killed. Now, of course, the Liberal Secretary to the Public Safety, Jennifer O'Connell, said the government would not follow the Conservatives and play politics with the issue. Why not? It's a political issue. It's a safety issue. If it keeps up and someone gets hurt, then what's to stop Canadians from arming themselves and taking action. It's a dangerous thing. I would rather see the police or the army come in. But of course, our politicians love to talk. They don't do anything. Including Melanie Joly, who it seems like Trudeau is still sitting on the fence because he wants the Muslim vote in this country. And even Melanie Joly got caught in the crossfires. She demanded an apology after Poilievre accuses her of pandering to Hamas supporters. Which is true, they do. We do pander to a bunch of people who are Hamas supporters. A terrorist organization, or Hezbollah. If we cracked down on both the pro-Israeli and pro-Palestinian protesters, we'd have nothing. It wouldn't be a problem. From what I can see, the pro-Israeli protesters have been more or less peaceful. They don't get in your face and are violent. The pro-Hamas ones, though, totally unacceptable behavior. Thugs, that's all they've been. And the disillusioned. The 1%ers who don't have the support of the country. Now, Jolie promised to stand with Jewish Canadians, but at the same time, they're courting the pro-Hamas crowd. So are the NDP. The NDP want to recognize the state of Palestine. The NDP want to recognize a terrorist state, which sets a dangerous precedent. Poilievre rose again and insisted the government denounce anti-Semitic chants. But of course, the Liberals say they do. They're against hatred targeting Jewish Canadians. Well, now these people in Vancouver are targeting Canadians, period. Death to Canadian. Death to Canada, death to Canadians. So if they don't do something, something's going to get hurt. And I'd start with these idiots in the front crowd chanting this stuff, death to Canada. It's time for the RCMP, the provincial police, and the Canadian military to get involved. I don't know what Justine is waiting for. His father Pierre went after the FLQ. Probably the ballsiest thing he ever did. Time to stamp out this, because we've let it spread onto our campuses and into our... But it's mostly the far left deranged nuts supporting a far right movement. Go figure. But any Canadians out there, let me know what you guys think of the pro-Hamas, pro-Hezbollah, death to Canada chanting. And what should we do to stop these idiots from continuing to spread hate across our country? Leave comments in the comment section. Until next time, this has been the Great White North Report.